Squid Game. What an odd name.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're ranking the games in all 3 seasons of Squid Game, both on how sadistic they are and how vital they are to the plot. Be warned, there are spoilers ahead for all of Squid Game.
영감님, 이제 해야 돼요.
Number 13, Pupji.
선생님, 저랑 게임 한번 하시겠습니까?
It's not a game played on the island officially, but it is the one that gets every single character pulled into their high-risk, high-reward ordeal. Also known as Pogs outside of Korea, though they're not exactly the same, the aim of the game is simply to use your paper tile to flip your opponents over, taking it in turns. Gi-hun gets 100,000 won for every game he wins, and if he loses, gets slapped by the strange businessman who challenges him in the subway station.
그럼 몸으로 때우시면 됩니다.
몸으로요?
Ultimately, even if you lose every single game of Pupji, you're not going to die, unlike all the other games. But it's still a unique and compelling introduction to the show's concept for both the audience and the characters. Number 12, Rock, Paper, Scissors -1.
내일이 없는 삶에 힘겨워하시는 선생님을 위해서 제가 자그마한 오늘의 선물을 하나 준비했습니다.
Gong Yu returned as the salesman to give us some more recruitment games in Season 2. As Gi-hun spends time and no small amount of money trying to find him, he's eventually encountered playing Pupji again in a subway station, only to leave to go to a nearby park full of homeless people. He has them play scratch cards for food, but realizes that he's being followed.
가위바위보! 하나 빼기! 가위바위보! 하나 빼기! 가위바위보! 하나 빼기! 가위바위보! 하나 빼기! 가위바위보!
After capturing Boss Kim and his goon, he forces them to play rock, paper, scissors -1 under duress, promising to murder the loser. During his final intensive encounter with Gi-hun, he also demands that they play Russian roulette, accepting his fate when it becomes clear that he'll lose.
그 게임에서 우승하셨다고 무슨 특별한 사람이라도 된 것 같으세요? 너 따위는 절대로 알 수도 이해할 수도 없어. 내가 어떻게 거기서...
Number 11, Tug of War. This is a game that isn't unique to Korea. It's something all kids around the world will have played at some point. Here, the aim is to avoid falling to your death at the bottom of a vast pit, with a guillotine positioned so that when a team loses, they can't climb back out on the rope. The rope gets severed and they plummet to their doom. It's definitely one of the least shocking and most predictable parts of the show, since it's clear what's going to happen as soon as the game is revealed, but it's still a way nobody would want to die. Worse, the fall doesn't instantly kill all the players. Some are still breathing, barely, when the guards carry them away. Number 10, Pupji.
놀이터가 뭐가 이렇게 커? 뭘 시키려고?
There are 4 shapes on 4 doors, and everybody has to pick which one they want. Just to be safe, Sung-woo suggests they each pick a different one.
투자에도 그런 말이 있어. 계란을 한 바구니에 담지 마라.
This turns out to be the wrong call, as they're playing a game called Pupji, where a shape needs to be cut out intact from a piece of honeycomb toffee called dalgona candy.
좋겠다.
Gi-hun inadvertently picks the hardest one, the umbrella, while Sung-woo has the easiest, the triangle. In the end, Gi-hun seems to be the only umbrella competitor able to carve his umbrella out without breaking it, which he does by licking the back of the honeycomb until it melts enough to simply pull apart. Anybody who fails is brutally shot at point-blank range. Number 9, Mingle. The last game played in Season 2 is Mingle. With too many contestants left alive into the later stages thanks to Gi-hun's coaching, a big game to eliminate large numbers of them is arranged. In this one, they all stand on a carousel, and when the music stops, they have to get into groups of a certain number called out by the announcer, and then reach one of the rooms on the periphery. If they don't reach a room before it locks, they're shot. But equally, if they have too many or too few people once they get into the room, they're also shot. With more people than rooms, it becomes clear by the end that dozens of them are going to die.
헛소리하지 마. 나 아니었으면 당신도 죽었어.
너 때문이야! 너 아니었으면 살릴 수 있었어! 시간이 없었다고!
Number 8. Hide and Seek.
이번 게임은 숨바꼭질입니다.
As if the brutality of Mingle wasn't bad enough, the first full game played in Season 3 was a classic played everywhere in the world, Hide and Seek. Contestants were split into two teams, red and blue, with the blue team tasked with hiding and escaping the arena, and the red team tasked with hunting down and killing them. To avoid being shot themselves, the Reds had to kill someone, including Ji-hoon, who murdered Dae-ho. There were more devastating deaths in this round too, including fan favorite Hyun-ju, stabbed when trying to help Jun-hee and Jum-ja to the exit she'd just found. The game culminates in Jum-ja having to kill her own son to protect Jun-hee and the baby. Number 7. Glass Bridge. Another game particularly cruel for those with a fear of heights. The players have to cross a bridge made of alternating glass tiles.
He's gone. Oh no.
Some will break, some won't, and there are also lots of gaps to make it even more dangerous. Typically, there's also a tight time limit, which leads to frustration in the group. Going last means you know which tiles are duds, but it also means you'll have to go much faster. This makes it even tenser because the three main characters are right at the back.
왼쪽이라고. 정신 차려.
It's also so stressful that the players forget the path they should be taking, and some refuse to move forward.
야, 이 씨발놈들아! 난 여기서 더 이상 안 가! 가려면 니들 먼저 가!
You've got a 50-50 chance of dying 18 times over. Yikes. Number 6. 5v5.
이번 게임은 단체전입니다. 10분 안에 5명씩 팀을 짜주세요.
Another game that sees large groups of contestants wiped out at once if they fail. In this one, 5 players are shackled together and forced to play 5 different playground games in a row. The games are making and releasing a spinning top, knocking over a stone with another, catching a handful of dice, keeping a jeggy in the air, and dokji again. They've also got only 5 minutes to complete the whole course, or they're also eliminated. It's ruthless to see teams trying and failing to collaborate, but even worse when the pressure gets to be too much and they lose. We were truly on the edges of our seats watching people make a spinning top in some high-octane moments. Number 5. Jump Rope. Similar to the glass bridge from Season 1 is Jump Rope, though it does crucially have the potential for every single contestant to survive if they're all good at it, in theory.
The game we'll be playing today is Jump Rope. Each player must make their way across the bridge while jumping over the rope as it swings.
Ji-hoon has by now vowed to look after the baby. so has the darkest job of going first and protecting the baby while he does. After that, though, survival instincts take over, with player 96 making it to the end and then pushing everybody else off.
그만해. 뭘 그만해. 너도 어서 막아!
They almost forget they have the rope to contend with, but some of them do get tripped and thrown to the floor. The gap in the middle makes it even harder, even if you don't have other contestants to worry about. Number 4, Squid Game.
그 돈, 난 절대 여기서 가지고 못 나가.
It's the entire show's namesake and the game we see played by a young Gi-hun in the opening scene. So of course, it ranks highly. It's also one of the trickiest games to follow for non-Koreans, as there's no version of it outside of the country.
So any kind of violence is allowed?
Sure, there are no restrictions.
It's just Gi-hun and Sung-woo going head-to-head, back in the very first arena we saw during Red Light, Green Light. But it quickly descends into an all-out fight rather than following the rules, which is why, despite it being the title of the show, it's not the top entry on our list. However, it's still one of the most important moments in the series, fought in the rain between the only two survivors. Number 3, Marbles. This one was as tricky as it was distressing. After being encouraged to pair up, it turns out that their trusted partners are their competitors. This pits Gi-hun against the old man, Ali against Sung-woo, and perhaps worst of all, the married couple who have been there the whole time.
상대의 구슬 10개를 모두 따내는 사람이 승리합니다.
They're actually allowed to play whatever marble game they like to claim all the marbles from their rival. Whoever has the marbles survives.
자네 거야. 우리는 깐부잖아.
It goes to show that even in a system that seemingly gives you freedom, in this case the freedom to choose the game, you're still being controlled by rules you can't influence or change.
게임 바꾸게 해줘. 그래야 공평하잖아. 니들이 여긴 평등한 곳이라며. 어?
인정합니다.
It was certainly upsetting to watch this play out. Number 2, Sky Squid Game.
제 생각엔 222번을 탈락시키는 게 맞는 것 같습니다.
그 이유 한번 들어볼까요?
With 8 players left in the finale, 9 if you include the baby, a lot of people need to be eliminated for anyone to take home the entire prize pot. All they have to do is push at least one player off of the large platforms each round, then move on to the next one, which is easier said than done.
살려주세요. 저놈들이 시켰어요. 안 그러면 나를 먼저 죽인다고.
Much like marbles, this is more of a mind game than anything else, with players arguing and trying to decide among themselves who should be pushed off. Ruthlessness is again encouraged, but the whole season ends with Ji-hun subverting expectations by taking his own life, so that 222, the only innocent party, takes the money.
사람은
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Red Light, Green Light.
무궁화꽃? 그 옛날에 어릴 때 하던 거 말이에요?
Though it was only the first true game, it was the one that introduced us and the players to the sadistic world of the show and the ruthlessness of the frontman.
This is the frontman speaking. Preparations for the first game are complete. You can begin now.
The only rule is that you can't move while the giant, horrifying doll is looking at you, or you'll get shot by one of the many snipers around the arena.
방금 무슨 소리예요?
Hundreds of people are slaughtered in this first game for tripping, stumbling, or just twitching slightly. Everybody who tries to flee is killed with no mercy in one of the show's most disturbing scenes. But it really epitomized what Squid Game is about: simple children's games with fatal consequences and no room for error. Let us know in the comments which games you'd love to see in a potential American spin-off.
세 번째 게임을 통과하신 참가자 여러분 진심으로 축하드립니다.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.